Hey guys, it's Mallory with the Fat Boy app. Today I'm here with
Tika from Jus Burgers.
Chuck from Jus Burgers.
and we're going to be doing their interview today, so let's get started. So how long have y'all owned y'all's own business?
We have owned our own business. In October will be 3 years.
Oh wow. Who inspired you, if there was anyone, to start this business?
Well, I guess the inspiration came from my mother, which she has been gone for 6 years, but my mother worked for Kroger's for 36 years, but she also catered, cooked. That was her outlet to just make sure that everybody in the community and around her was happy and fed and nobody was hungry. So we'd have to almost say my mother, which her name was Linda Lewis for anybody that knows her, but she was just a godsend. So we just took that and ran with it.
So have you always wanted to own your own business?
No, not
No?
always.
No.
Not always. I have been in food service for 25, 26 years. So after I came out from that, it was one of those things of, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
So, and that's kind of how it got started.
So what is your favorite menu item or favorite thing that you have to sell?
I leave that to the cook.
Probably our Big Bessie or our Hillbilly. So just the fact of the Big Bessie because we won an award for it. The Hillbilly is just because that was our very first special we ever did, and it just took off, and people just loved it. The idea of fried bologna on a burger is just...
Is that your biggest seller?
Yes.
It is. So where do you see your business in 5 years? Do you see you having a restaurant, a couple more food trucks?
Well, definitely in 5 years, unfortunately, I have to say we will not be in Kentucky. But in 2026, our daughter, our last child, comes out, and our plans are to move. We will still have a food truck. Whether or not we have a brick and mortar, that's still up in the air, because I don't want a brick and mortar, but all of our customers would love for us to have a brick and mortar. So we'll just have to see.
But definitely get a larger truck that's
Yeah.
a little easier.
That's the goal
that's
for like
more
the next
mobile.
few months. It's a larger trailer.
So what ways do you advertise for your business?
Fat Boy app, of course, and then we also do a lot of Facebook. It depends on what kind of event we're doing. There's a lot of PR. Sometimes there's television PR, there's radio PR. It just depends on what kind of event we're doing and what kind of setup it is.
What ways would you say the Fat Boy app has helped your business?
Oh, well, the Fat Boy app has definitely helped us reach people that we necessarily would have never reached in a million years. There's people now that we have in Tennessee that follow us. We have people all the way down in Paducah, Kentucky that follow us that we have no idea. So when we go to those areas, they're like, oh, we follow you on the Fat Boy app. And I'm like, really?
Yes.
So it has helped us branch our horizons just as far as our customer base of being able to reach people that we've never even met a day in our lives.
Yeah. So when y'all are set up like today, what does a typical work day look like for you when you're set up?
Well, it just depends on where we're going and what we have to do. Some days is a little bit relaxed and some days are a little bit more hectic, but usually you're going to start when the sun comes up and you're going to quit long after the sun goes down. But our number one goal is to always make sure that we are prepared, ready, products are ready. We don't have to have anything that runs out, but you start in the morning prepping, getting ready to go. You come in, you serve the people, you make sure that they're happy, and then you go home and you clean for hours and hours. So,
And then prep for the next day.
then prep for
Yeah.
the next day.
So where did you get the name for your business?
We're going to leave that to Jess over here. All jokes aside, for those that don't know, we get asked all the time, who is Justin? But
Or
Jess
Jess.
is just without
Yeah.
the T. So, but there is no Justin. He's a Chuck. So,
Yeah. It started out, the idea was we were going to do just burgers, just cheeseburgers. Of course, we have expanded tremendously, chicken tenders and all the other stuff. But it was one of those, like, I was like, well, when you say just, like, you don't put a T on it.
No.
Like, when you're just talking, you don't
Yeah.
say just.
not in the country
No,
anyway.
Yeah,
well,
no,
and we're
it's-
country enough that we don't
We
pronounce
don't
the
say
T.
just.
So I was like,
Yeah.
it was just burgers. So that's just how it came out.
So why did you start your own business? We talked a little bit about it earlier, but if you could go a little bit more in depth in it if you're comfortable with that.
Yes. No. So after working for what I call the other people for 25 years, there was no reason why I couldn't work for myself and
Yeah.
own my own stuff and run my business how I would want to run my business. Because when you work for corporates, you have to do what they want you to do, not what you want to do. And not saying that their way is wrong. I'm just saying that there's some things just on a personal customer base level that I feel things can go a step beyond what they offer. It doesn't take an extra step to say thank you or are you satisfied or just downright to it's wrong, you don't like it, okay, I'm replacing it, no question asked.
So what all, obviously, burgers, but what all do y'all have to sell too?
Burgers, chicken, onion rings, chili, cheese, hot dogs. On Sundays, we do Soul Food Sunday, so that goes anywhere from fried chicken, fried pork chops, fried ribs to greens, green beans, turkey and dressing. I mean,
meatloaf.
You never know.
Everything.
Then this cook over here tries to give us these tremendous burgers that come out as special burgers that I usually roll my eyes at, and then after he sells them, I'm like, okay, I'm wrong, but it's okay.
Well, we've been described as just burgers that aren't just burgers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
So y'all make some desserts every now and then. What's been y'all's favorite dessert y'all made?
Holy. Okay, so the customer's favorite dessert is anything that I make banana pudding. Doesn't matter if I put it on a cheesecake, I put it on a simple cake, or I just put it in a bowl. If I put the word banana pudding on it, they go crazy over it.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite to make is my all-time favorite triple chocolate cake. That's what I started out with 3 years ago. It's what I made 3 years ago. Me and my mom used to make those all the time. Our daughter has cheered since she was 5 years old. I used to pay for her cheer every year selling triple chocolate cakes, and they're made from scratch, but it was something that me and my mom did. So I started 3 years ago with only triple chocolate on there, but since then it goes from triple chocolate to banana pudding, anything, to now we sell those famous cheesecakes. So it is what it is, but it's a dessert.
Yeah. So what would you say is unique about your business?
Definitely the cook's burgers. I mean, I'm going to tell you that right now. We tease all the time, but he has a slogan that says, we don't sell just burgers, we sell naps. When everybody comes to the truck and they say, what is this crazy burger? It is always a laughter that just goes without, because if you're getting one of his crazy burgers, you're feeding about 7 to 8 people off of one burger.
sometimes.
And I mean, it's just that elaborate. So when it comes to the uniqueness, I can say that every time you pull to our truck, there is going to be something different.
Yeah.
There's going to be something crazy and elaborate that you're going to be like, oh man. So.
Well, I think that's all the questions we have. Thank you for being a part of the Fat Boy Up family and honoring the 5% to anyone that comes in and shows their card.
You're welcome, darling.
Well,